What's going on, love? Welcome back to the channel, and welcome to the collective message of the day. For those of y'all who are new here, my name is Shawnee. This is Melanated Mindfulness Tarot, and I upload daily collective messages throughout the week. And when or as the opportunity presents itself, I upload messages for each zodiac sign, as well as upload what I like to call collective conversations. Okay? So if you have not yet subscribed, make sure you subscribe in order for you to be able to get all the benefits and all the perks and the clarifications and confirmations and things of that nature from this channel. Now, again, this is about to be a collective message of the day, so it may or may not resonate with you. However, I can almost guarantee that there's going to be something that you can take from it. There's going to be something that resonates with you or that you can relate to throughout the duration of this message. So again, make sure you subscribe, like, share, give me a comment, or whatever else may have you. All thanks and praise to the Most High. You know, our King in our situation. Can you please give us the cards that we need in order for us to be able to receive the message at hand with an open mind and an open heart? Ashe. I do want to say this, right? And this may or may not have something to do with the reading, because I don't know what cards we're going to get just yet. But I couldn't sleep last night, right? And when I couldn't sleep last night, the download that I kept on getting was excuse the heck out of me. The download that I kept on getting last night, or this, earlier today when I couldn't go to sleep, it was like, stop waiting. Like, stop putting it off. That's what it was. It was like, stop putting it off. And Spirit was just speaking to me, right? Whether it was me and or anybody else that needs to hear that message, it's like, stop putting it off. You're saying that you want to do certain things, but you keep on saying how you will start tomorrow, and then tomorrow comes and then it's like, I'm gonna start tomorrow, and then tomorrow comes and I'm gonna start tomorrow, and then you be upset about how long it's taking, or you start to get discouraged in a way that you, I guess, keep on defeating yourself. It's really the power of your mind at this point. So again, if you know that there is something that you know you need to do in order for you to obtain whatever it is you're wanting to come into, or some type of desire that you have, do yourself a favor, love, and stop putting it off. Stop putting off doing the very things that you know you need to do. Period. Now, let's get into this message. That be sounding kind of loud. I wonder if y'all can hear it as loud as it sounds to me. Thank you. We have the Five of Cups in reverse. We have the Queen of Swords in reverse. The Two of Wands in reverse. Why is all of these cards in reverse? The Seven of Discs in reverse. Is there anything else that we need in this deck? There is some good things given to us, in our situations. I smile like that because underneath it all, there's the Knight of Swords. Okay? The Knight of Swords is clearly like Spirit talking to you. They giving you the ideas. They telling you what you need to do. Clearly. I could hear it's like, I could see clearly now. The rain is gone. But no, seriously, Spirit be showing up, showing out. You know how those moments where you be having thoughts and you be wondering where these thoughts come from? Those thoughts are presenting themselves because those thoughts want you to recognize who you are and what you have within you. So the things like, it be those things that those thoughts come in and you be like, I can't do that. Like, how the fuck I'm supposed to do that, right? you're having those thoughts because spirit is trying to show you what you're capable of, trying to make you become aware of what you're actually capable of. But you be so quick to dismiss it because you probably haven't operated in that space, or because in your mind you like, no, I can't do that. You know what I'm saying? And when you start telling yourself what you cannot do, then your brain, like your body follows. Your body follows pretty much what your brain tells it to do, right? Pay attention to that. Again, like, spirit is always gonna show up and show out for you. Your angels, your ancestors, your spirit guides, the God energy itself is always showing up and showing out for you. You just have to pretty much like trust in it. Trust in, faith, right? Trust in it, but also trust in yourself in the same sense, right? And that's just a little brief something from up underneath it all, And now we're gonna go into the cards that we have on the table. Starting with the Five of Cups in reverse, right? You acting like you all put together on the outside, but your cups is empty. Like, you're not emotionally satisfied, right? Again, there's that sense of disappointment that's popping up for whatever reason. And when I look down, I see the Queen of Swords in reverse. So then it's kind of giving what it's supposed to be giving, right? You have to recognize and or realize that you are in control of your emotions. And I've really been explaining this over the last couple of days. I'm not even sure if the last video that I did post said something about this. However, the way that you feel comes from the way that you think, right? So if you're not liking the way that you feel, then do yourself a favor and try to understand like where these thoughts are actually coming from. Like, why are these thoughts popping up? Because the thought is the thing that makes you feel some type of way, and then the feeling leads to the actions or the lack thereof, and then the actions or the lack thereof leads into the results. Leads into the results that you get. Now, you also have to realize, or want to realize, that you're not responsible for other people's happiness. You're not responsible for other people's happiness, and you can't control what other people think and how other people feel, right? It's either like you're a contribution to some of these things, but it's not necessarily like pointing the finger and saying that you're to blame because somebody's not happy, right? Or somebody's not happy with what you're doing or what you've done or what you plan on doing. You're in control of your happiness and the way that you process information, and they're in control of them, right? So it's giving. It's very much so giving. You're mirroring somebody around you. You're mirroring somebody, they're mirroring you. You probably just can't see it because it doesn't look the same exact way on the surface. But y'all both feel like depleted. Like, you're expecting somebody to make you happy, and then you have that other individual that's pretty much expecting you to make them happy, when in all honesty and actuality, love, y'all is each and every person, we're all responsible for our own happiness. So y'all gonna have to figure that part out. Like, you're gonna have to figure that out, because the longer you keep on putting your power, like as long as you keep on putting like the power of your happiness in the control of your happiness in somebody else's hands, or something that you don't have control over, then you kind of like you kind of being risky at that point. You understand where I'm coming from? And it all has to do with a mindset shift, and it's not a complicated one either. You just have to, again, accept the fact that you are responsible for your happiness, and then when things start to show up and they're not in alignment with what you feel will make you happy, basically, right? Like, when it's not in alignment with that, stop forcing yourself to feel or be obligated. Stop forcing yourself to tolerate things, right? You're not obligated to put yourself in these low vibrational places and spaces when you know that your intention or your goal is to elevate and evolve to become something better or to have more. You understand where I'm coming from? You really have to do your part. I feel like with the Two of Wands showing up in reverse, it's given that you You heard that horn? It's really giving that you're not putting in the necessary action for whatever reason. It can be a number of reasons, right? Although I see that it's almost like this fear, right? The fear of failure, not wanting to be judged or criticized or whatever if you make a certain mistake or whatever the case may be. Listen, with all due respect, right? You're not gonna figure this shit out until you start trying to do it. Like, there's no other way really for me to say it based on how I could say it. You may feel like you're failing, but in all honesty and actuality, you're figuring it out. The reason why you feel like you may be failing is because you tried something and you didn't get it right the first time. However, you also have to acknowledge the fact that you tried, or you started, right? You started. Well, I said tried, and then let's say started, because I don't want to quote started. You tried, you showed up, you're doing your part, you're figuring it out. Yes, it may seem frustrating. Yes, it may seem, I almost want to say overwhelming. Yes, it may seem uncertain, but you're doing it. And the only way for you to be able to do it, or the only way for you to be able to figure anything out is to do it. Because somebody can't just come, show up, and constantly keep on telling you certain things, right? Because even if I give you all the game in the world on how I do something, that doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to 100% work for you in the exact same way, right? So the best thing that you can do in a time like this is to have faith in yourself. You know how you show up and you be like pouring into other people, or you can see the potential in everybody else, even through their fuck ups and their wrongdoings and things of that nature. I'm gonna need you to come to yourself with that same energy. Like, see the potential in you. Even though, like, your mind, when it comes to you, your mind only registers in what you don't do right, what you keep on doing wrong, what you do, all that low vibrational shit. And again, I've been saying this for probably like the last 2 weeks at this point. The definition, one of the definitions of the word failure is to, for one, the first one is lack of success, okay? And then the second one is the omission of expected or required action, okay? The omission of expected or required action. That's what failure is. So it's like when you're not doing what you know you're supposed to do, okay? When you are not doing, like when you're not trying, when you're not putting forth the effort to try, that's what failure is. So a lot of times we be so afraid of doing the thing that we don't want to do and not recognizing that we be doing that in the moment that we be afraid of it anyway. Does that make sense? So let's use failure, for example. We'll be so afraid to fail from trying, not recognizing and realizing by us not trying anyway, we're already failing. Do you feel me? So pay attention. Pay attention to what Spirit has to offer you. Pay attention to the guidance that's there, like the people that God places in your life, right? Just really pay attention to it all and use it to your advantage. Everybody deserves what they desire, right? On a soul level, because some of the stuff that you be wanting on the surface, it don't even really be fucking necessary. And then here come, or not even that it just doesn't be necessary. Sometimes you don't know how to articulate, like whether it's verbally or in an energetic sense, what it is that you're trying to communicate to the universe, what you're trying to talk to God about. Right? You can be saying one thing out of your mouth and then your whole energy be fucked up, so you sending out the wrong vibrational message. So then you start getting more of everything that you don't like, and you wondering, how the fuck is this happening to me right now? Right? Just make it make sense. Check yourself. Check your thoughts, right? Check your thoughts. And then once you check your thoughts, it'll allow you to check your emotions and things of that nature. And pay attention to the messages that Spirit has for you. Keep your vibration raised as high or as much as you can, so that you can get all of those creative ideas, all those high vibrational ideas that are there for you to be able to tap into. Grab one, Yeah. that is the collective message that I have for us today, y'all. I definitely hope you enjoyed it. I hope that it brought some type of clarity, confirmation, transformation, or anything else that you may have needed in this moment. And until next time, enjoy yourself. Peace.